Good morning and welcome to On the Spot News right here on Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Yvonne Muchaka and let's take a look at the news making the headlines. Triple C castigates recent economic measures. Former Harare Mayor Herbert Gomba denies allegations on corruptions. Uproar as Mnangagwa urges people to learn and manufacture guns. Pali summons Kazembe over spikes. Soldiers run amok in Chegutu. Mnangagwa legitimacy challenger hit with 2012 charges. MPs demand action on stolen COVID 19 funds, and in sport, bonus roar at Dynamos. More of this after this short break. And now for the news in detail. The Alternative Party Citizens Coalition for Change has said the economic measures pronounced by President Emerson Mnangagwa were ill-thought, knee-jerk measures. Speaking during a press conference in Harare yesterday, Triple C spokesperson Advocate Fadzai Mahere said the measures were an assault on trade, an assault on commerce, which will be felt the most by the ordinary citizen. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe on Monday issued a directive when it ordered the immediate suspension of lending by banking institutions, building societies, development finance institutions. He said the suspension relates to all lending, whether in local currency or forex, to government, private sector, corporates, legal entities, and individuals. The freeze covers any form of borrowing, and the RBZ will supervise and deal with non-compliant institutions. The Triple C says the measures are economically unsound, loaded with unhelpful political rhetoric which does not match the reality on the ground, and President Mnangagwa acted beyond what is legally permissible. The trial of former Harare Mayor Herbert Gomba yesterday, with the mayor denying the allegations. Gomba is jointly charged with 3 council officials on graft charges. The crimes were allegedly committed in 2019. The politician is being charged together with suspended town clerk Osage Sango, finance director Stanley Ndemera, and chamber secretary Charles Kandemiri, who also pleaded not guilty to the allegations of abuse of office. The 4 are accused of criminal abuse of office after they allegedly sold the Mount Pleasant golf course illegally. Nkomo told the court that his client did not involve himself in the sale of the controversial stand. Gomba said as a mayor, he was not involved in administrative issues pertaining to offering and sale of land. It is his defense that his duty was only to sign the agreement of sale upon sight of the council resolution. Gomba also said he will prove that full council and finance meetings were done procedurally. Allegations are that in August 2019, Gomba unlawfully used his position as the mayor to offer stand number 402 Vinona Township, Harare, for sale to Hartspec Investment Private Limited, which was being represented by Mavis Madzivanzira and Pauline Gutsa. Utterances by President Emerson Mnangagwa encouraging students to learn to manufacture guns and bombs have been widely criticized. Their vehemence were captured on camera by state broadcaster ZBC in a video that has since gone viral. It shows Mnangagwa on a visit to a school and encouraging school children to master the craft of making weapons of war. In the video, the president said, "Study hard because among you we want engineers who can manufacture guns and also helicopters and fighter jets to bomb our enemies." Obed Masaure, the president of the Amalgamated Rural Teachers Union of Zimbabwe, R2s, said Mnangagwa knows what is likely to befall him due to poor performance in government and the reason why he is unsettled to the extent of teaching students about violence. Parliament has summoned Home Affairs Minister Kazembe to explain why the police were using metal spikes to deflate errant drivers' car tires. Parliament raised the issue after police threw spikes at a commuter omnibus full of passengers in Manicaland last week, resulting in the driver losing control and the vehicle overturning. The accident claimed four lives and left several others injured. Responding to questions from the legislators on the issue of spike, acting leader of government business in parliament, Felix Mona, said he promised to forward the questions to the responsible minister. In 2020, the High Court ruled that the use of spikes was illegal following a court challenge by the Passengers Association of Zimbabwe. Nyanga has embraced the reopening of the tourism sector and is now ready to host a variety of tourism activities without risking the import and export of the COVID-19 virus. Health workers here have said this comes as more than 72% of the eligible population of the district have entered the national vaccination program. The huge uptake of the COVID-19 vaccines is attributed to the accelerated vaccination blitz that is now in its second phase. With tourism so important to Nyanga, most people are ready to protect themselves and the tourists by getting their shots. Police chiefs have warned poorly paid junior officers to avoid being photographed displaying their poverty. In a leaked internal memo dated May 7, police bosses said police officers snapped taking part in daily struggles experienced by other Zimbabweans were irresponsible. The memo, which showed it came from the DCG admin, believed to refer to Deputy Commissioner General in charge of administration, Stephen Mutamba, warned police officers who were photographed in such situations that they face disciplinary action. Dozens of villagers near Jason Ziapapa Moyo Abes in Chegutu were on Tuesday allegedly assaulted by soldiers reportedly searching for a machete gangster who had assaulted their colleague. According to media reports, the assaulted villagers sustained injuries in their faces, heads, legs, and hands. Some of the assault victims are said to have received medical attention at Chegutu General Hospital. Contacted for comment, Air Force of Zimbabwe spokesperson, squadron leader Donovan Muroyiwa, said he was yet to receive the report but said an investigation had already been launched to ascertain the claims. Villagers said the soldiers stormed their homes at around 11 p.m., inquiring the whereabouts of a machete gangster who had allegedly been involved in an altercation with their colleague. The soldiers, reportedly armed with guns and knobkerries, damaged doors to gain entry to villagers' houses. They also stormed a homestead where villagers were attending a funeral and harassed the mourners. The Zimbabwe National Army is worried about continuous publication of falsehoods and damaging statements, and yesterday dealt with a story saying a soldier had been charged with shoplifting when in fact the man was a bogus soldier who had never been in the military. Colonel Makotore said the story headlined "Soldier Up for Shoplifting," like that Sihla Zulukina Ndashata, aged 32, was a serving member of the ZNA. Colonel Makotore said military police investigations have since established that Ndashata is a typical con artist who has other pending cases where he allegedly stole service uniforms from his cousin, Redeemed Ndashata, a member of the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services stationed at Wawa Prison. And in other news, a Mutare man accused of looting diamonds from the Zimbabwe Consolidated Diamond Company, ZCDC's minefield in Chiadzwa, is now under spotlight after suspiciously purchasing four Toyota Fortuner SUV vehicles, a Toyota Hilux double cab, five houses, and a commercial property in the eastern border town in a short space of time. Believe Ranguna, age 24, popularly known as Billy in Manicaland, has proved to be a Toyota Fortuner lover. He is now under police investigation for allegedly stealing diamonds, but the court has in the interim frozen his assets pending a forfeiture application by the prosecutor general. He was also asked to explain how he acquired the properties, considering he has no history of being formally employed nor paying tax to government on behalf of a legally recognized business entity. The state believes the assets were purchased from the proceeds of crime, hence they must be forfeited. A daring thief admitted to breaking into the houses of police and prisons correctional services officers residing at the neighboring Chimoyo Police Depot and Harare Central Prison staff housing and stealing appliances. Talent Caterpillar, 22 of Overspill in Epworth, pleaded guilty to 14 counts of unlawful entry and theft when he appeared before Harare magistrates Mr. Shane Kubonera, who remanded him in custody to Friday for sentencing. A truck driver appeared in court Tuesday charged with stealing over 30 tons of copper worth 750,000 US dollars. He allegedly stashed the copper in a bush near Chinoi before dumping the vehicle in Chegutu. Masimba Murombo, 47 of New Mavuko, Harare, is employed by Billtrans Services Private Limited. He appeared before Chinoi magistrate Batsirai Madzingira and was granted 30,000 Zimbabwe dollar bail. The matter was adjourned to 26 May 2022 for routine remand. In entertainment news, musician Desmond Chideme, popularly known as Stunner, is losing out on endorsements after he was reported for domestic violence by his wife, Dionta Firenyika. He appeared before Harare magistrate Evelyn Mashayakure on uh, Wednesday. The state sought postponement of his trial to June 13, 2022, indicating that some witness statements are yet to be recorded. Through his lawyer, Dumisani Mtombeni, Chideme complained about the postponement, stating that the pending court case was costing him financially. And now we take a look at sport news. Tension is reportedly rising in the Dynamos camp and amid reports that players are disgruntled over unpaid winning bonuses in a development that threatens the team's title championship race. Dynamos are currently leading in the title race with 30 points, two clear of second place Chicken Inn after 14 rounds of matches. They travel to Highlanders on Sunday in what is arguably the peak of the weekend fixtures. At a time their rivals are paying a premium to motivate their players, it has emerged that the Harare Giants have not paid winning bonuses to their stars since the start of the season. As a result, morale is at its lowest in the Dimbara camp, according to multiple sources. The only thing that has kept the simmering tension from bowing over, according to the sources, is the players' respect for head coach Tonderai Ndiraya. Players are reportedly owed over 1,000 United States dollars each in winning bonuses from the team's 9 victories and 3 draws in the league so far. According to the bonus structure Dynamos, each player is entitled to $100 for every win the team gets and $50 each for a draw. And to end this news bulletin, we look at the headlines once again. Triple C castigates recent economic measures. Former Harare Mayor Gomba denies allegations of corruption. Uproar as Mnangagwa urges pupils to learn and manufacture guns. Pali summons Kazembe over spikes. Soldiers run amok in Chegutu. Mnangagwa legitimacy challenger hit with 2012 charges. MPs demand action on stolen COVID-19 funds. And in sport, bonus row at Dynamos. And that brings us to the end of this news bulletin. Pleasant viewing.